I'm Daniel Bays, and I was in the Almond Leadership Program in 2013. I'm a farmer, farm with my father and grandfather in the west side of Stanislaus County, mainly around Patterson and Wesley, growing apricots, almonds, walnuts, tomatoes, lima beans, and melons. My grandfather started growing almonds in the 1960s, and we've continued growing them ever since. And I got involved with the Almond Leadership Program and the Almond Board when I came back from college, and as we started to expand some of our acreage of almonds we have planted. Yeah, some of my earlier jobs in the almond industry was probably with a rake out raking nuts from around trees that the sweeper may have missed during harvest time, or trying to scare away crows, whether that was shooting at them or putting the Zon guns out in the prior to harvest, and then probably just pulling weeds and doing field maintenance when I was younger. I originally applied for the Almond Leadership Program. I had some friends that worked at the Almond Board and encouraged me to apply. I also thought it would be a good way to learn more about what the Almond Board is and what it does, and to meet people and learn more about other aspects of the industry. I was pretty familiar with growing them out in the field and taking them to the huller, but after that point, I really didn't have a real deep knowledge of what all was involved and how the Almond Board worked. And so I figured that was a great opportunity through the leadership program to learn a little bit more about where our dollars go as growers, and all the different people that help get our almonds into the mouths of consumers. When I was in the Almond Leadership Program, probably my favorite experiences were just meeting the other participants, and meeting a lot of the people at the Almond Board offices, but also some of the trips that we took, whether it was out to the nurseries or to processors, and getting to see things that I don't interact with on a daily basis, and then meet the people that are part of that process. I think probably someone that's impacted me the most in the industry and my individual career would probably be my grandfather and my dad too. But just growing up, riding around with them, learning about the industry, seeing how they are involved with almonds and with other crops as well. But what it takes to run a successful farming operation, I think that was probably the most influential people for my individual path. I think there's probably a couple different trends that excite me or I'm interested in. Uh, I think from the farming standpoint, some of the mechanization, the research that the Almond Board helps with, but how we as growers can grow our almonds more efficiently, get better production, be more efficient with our labor and equipment. Um, I was an engineering major at Cal Poly, so that mechanical side of it is always really interesting to me, or kind of piques my interest. But I think also on the other end of it, the different ways that almonds are used as finished products and people purchase them. I think it's important to have a product that consumers want, and seeing the different ways that consumers can use it and help build that demand. That's exciting to me as a grower as well, because it means there's someone that wants the crop that we're growing. I think my personal favorite way to enjoy almonds is just out in the field, raw almond right off the tree or out of the cart during harvest time. When we're shaking and sweeping and picking up, and I'm out checking and working on equipment, I probably eat the most almonds during that time of the year, just walking through doing, I guess you'd call it quality control, or moisture checking out there. my wife and I have 4 children. Addie, our daughter, is the oldest. She's 7. James, the next one in line, is 5. Henry's about 2.5, and Charles is 10 months. And they keep us busy. They all like being out and in the field, probably at different levels. Addie and James enjoy helping trap gophers at the moment. Henry likes climbing on tractors and equipment and just being with Dad anytime that he can. Charles is usually content just being held and walking around and looking at birds or leaves or whatever he can reach out and grab from either the backpack or your front pack. A hobby or something I'd probably like to pursue would be flying a helicopter. I have my pilot's license for a single engine fixed wing airplane. I haven't flown much in the past 10 years, but that was I started that in college, and my end goal was always to be able to fly a helicopter, but haven't made it quite that far yet. Need a little more time and a little more money. And any skill I could learn that would be really helpful would probably just to be fluent in other languages. My Spanish is so, but if I was able to just pick up a language and be fluent in it like that, whether it was Spanish or Japanese or German or something else, I just think I'd probably use that more than anything, or just be helpful. I don't know if I could travel anywhere in the world. I would probably go to Ireland or Scotland, just because my wife's always wanted to take a trip there. I thought that would be a neat place to visit too. But yeah, it would make my wife happy, and happy wife, happy life.